Hello and welcome back to another video here on the Trek Investing in Crypto channel. And today we're going to be going over the HCMC stock, and I actually did find some very interesting things with this particular stock that actually went down today. So you guys definitely want to make sure that you watch until the very end. But before we actually do end up getting started, I just want to make it clear that this is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment and informational purposes only. Everything that I pretty much say in this video is just my own opinion, what I actually do think will happen with the stock, and my own technical analysis that I will actually be following and things of that nature. Also, we do have some WeBull links in the description down below. So if you guys want to actually go ahead and join WeBull and actually get 2 free stocks, you guys can actually feel free to go ahead and do that. But without further ado, let's go ahead and actually get started. So you guys might recall how we were actually staying at 0.0006 for pretty much exactly a month, right? So we were staying at 3 zeros and then a 6 for exactly a month to the exact day, right? And then all of a sudden today, I woke up, checked the market, and we actually did drop down to 0.0005, which is 3 zeros and then a 5, which is actually pretty insane how this happened literally exactly a month after we actually had our other drop down from 3 zeros and then a 7 down to 3 zeros and then a 6. So that's the very first thing that I actually did want to mention. Take that how you will. I'm not even sure what that actually means. Now with HCMC, there are actually rumors going around that we could possibly see a share buyback scheme from HCMC, or possibly a shares reduction or something of that sort. And I just want to emphasize that these are just rumors and claims being made by other investors into this stock, and we actually don't know what will actually end up happening. But as someone in my comment sections actually just said a couple days ago, in order to actually see the HCMC stock actually either to hit a cent or get back to its old all-time high, simply just based off of share buybacks and HCMC essentially taking shares out of the market, we would actually have to see a considerable amount of money actually won by HCMC in that Philip Morris lawsuit. And if they actually do win, and I'm talking like billions of dollars, I've actually done the math on this, in order to get back to our old all-time high at a bare minimum, right, we would actually have to win billions of dollars from this lawsuit. And then if everything does actually go right, and we don't actually know if they do even plan on doing a share buyback or a shares reduction, but let's just say everything does go right, hypothetically, right? And they actually do end up doing the following things. They win the lawsuit, they get a pretty significant amount of money, somewhere in the billions, right? And then they actually do go ahead and do a shares reduction / share buyback scheme, right? Based off that, we could actually see a pretty decent spike for the stock, right? With all other factors essentially not being considered in this hypothetical. But it's like this, right? Should this all end up happening and all go in the right direction, especially for bullish investors, right? Were HCMC to actually win a pretty significant amount of money, if this case was to actually get a lot of publicity, or a lot of people were actually to start talking about this case, or essentially find out about how much HCMC made, we could actually start seeing a lot of new investors actually start flooding into HCMC and buying up a ton of shares. And that could also help raise the market cap, and they could possibly see a spike from that as well. So putting these two factors side by side, it's highly likely that if they actually do end up winning a significant amount of money from this case, and they actually do choose to do a share buyback scheme, then we could possibly see a lot of new attention on this stock, and it could actually soar. Now, is it time to be realistic with HCMC? We actually don't know, because we have plenty of bearish indicators, and at the same time we do have plenty of bullish indicators. Currently, there are over 300 billion shares outstanding for HCMC. So despite all of the price drops that we've been seeing and all of the consolidation and all of the negatives that we've actually been seeing, we actually see over 300 billion. Okay, so while I'm actually filming this video live, we can actually just see that we actually did just get a full red candle just appear at 0.0004. So yeah, that's pretty insane that we can actually see that the volume has a big red bar right there, and then actually changed by negative 33.33%. So yeah, you just take that how you will. And then the RSI currently is at 40, so sort of on the oversold territory, somewhere around there. But yeah, I'll probably be giving you guys some more updates with HCMC as more things come out, but just make sure to make the right decision, the one that's best for you. Also just I don't usually say this, but just make sure that you factor in the ethics of the company, the ethics of their executives, and whether or not you actually do agree with it. Don't just invest into a company thinking, oh, I just want to make money, because ultimately what actually matters more is the company will ultimately be making more money than all of the individual investors, since they, you're pretty much funding them with your collective effort. So yeah, just make sure of that as well. Just as a side note, this really isn't financial advice. I just want to make sure that I make that clear. But yeah, thank you guys as always for actually tuning into the videos. Just make sure to go ahead and subscribe with your notification bells on so you guys don't miss any future videos. I'll probably have some more HCMC updates more frequently and more often. But yeah, that really will be the end of today's video. I'll see you guys next time.